when you're in a crowded city and your phone is just completely drowning in this sea of terrible, chaotic Wi-Fi networks?
Oh, yeah, constantly. It's the worst.
Right. You are just desperate for one clean, pristine, uninterrupted signal. Just want to, strip away the noise.
Exactly. You just want something pure.
Yeah. And that search for a clean signal it's exactly what's driving the source we're looking at today. We are unpacking a 7-step quiet time reflection from April 16, 2026, and it focuses heavily on Psalm 99.
Right, and the mission of this deep dive is to deconstruct a concept that feels, honestly, incredibly elusive, which is holiness.
Yeah.
We are exploring why humans instinctively crave it, how this specific text actually defines it, and, what it means for you to live a set-apart life today.
So let's start with that craving, because we don't really use the word holiness in everyday conversation anymore. Right?
No, definitely not.
It feels missing. Like people actively go hunting for it. They trek out to quiet mountain monasteries or visit shrines.
Or dive into deep meditation.
Yeah. They're hoping to discover that pristine signal, within themselves or out in nature. But does the text say holiness is just about finding a peaceful place?
Well, the devotional validates that human craving, but it completely challenges where you can actually get your fix.
Okay, how so?
Because it argues perfect holiness cannot be found in the world at all. You can't just hike your way to it.
Wait, really? So it isn't just silence or a peaceful feeling?
Not at all. Holiness is defined here as being spotlessly pure, righteous, and exalted above all creation.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about being morally perfect and entirely separated from evil. And the text claims that standard belongs to God alone.
Okay, so if this perfect, untainted signal only resides in God, we have to look at how Psalm 99 says this holiness actually behaves.
Right.
And I have to push back a little on something in the source material because verse 8 contains this massive contradiction.
Oh, the Avenger part.
Yes. It calls God a forgiving God, but in the exact same breath calls him an avenger of their wrongdoings. I mean, how can a perfectly holy entity be both a punisher and a forgiver?
Right. Those concepts seem to totally cancel each other out.
Exactly.
It is a glaring paradox until you look at the mechanism of how the specific type of holiness operates.
Okay, unpack that for me.
Well, this holy king, as the text says, loves justice and establishes equity. So this isn't some passive, distant purity sitting on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
True holiness demands moral perfection. You cannot legitimately love justice without judging wrongdoings.
Oh, man. That makes me rethink my Wi-Fi analogy, honestly.
How so?
Because a clean signal is too passive.
Yeah.
This is more like a network firewall.
Oh, I like that.
Right. To keep the network pure, the firewall has to be brutal. It actively blocks and destroys the malware. That's the Avenger side enforcing justice.
Exactly, yes.
But it also has to let the good data through, which is where the grace and forgiveness come in.
That is a much more accurate way to look at it. The source points out that God actively engages with the world to establish that balance.
Right. The text mentions God answering leaders like Moses and Aaron and Samuel from a pillar of cloud.
Exactly, which illustrates this exact mechanism. God isn't keeping a safe distance. He is stepping directly into the messy, complicated reality of human leadership.
Yeah.
He's enforcing moral perfection while still offering forgiveness to the people involved.
And that active engagement forces a major pivot in the devotional, doesn't it?
It does. It issues a direct challenge to the reader, basically extending a personal invitation into a life of holiness.
But, if we aren't retreating to a monastery, how do we actually do that?
Mm-hmm.
I would guess it's less about trying to be a flawless firewall and more about, taking a hard look at the malware we're allowing into our own systems.
That is the exact approach the reflection prompts take, rather than asking you to isolate yourself from society.
Which is impossible anyway.
Right. It asks you to examine your daily life and identify where you have become too comfortable with compromise.
Oof, that's tough.
It is. Accepting the invitation to holiness means recognizing those areas of moral compromise, turning away from them, and letting a high standard of justice dictate your choices right where you are.
So holiness isn't just this abstract, peaceful feeling you unlock by sitting quietly in a shrine.
Not at all.
It is a rigorous, active standard of justice, purity, and forgiveness. It's a way of operating in the world filtering out the compromise without just escaping the chaos.
Exactly.
Yep.
It requires you to hold the line on what is right while still extending grace to the people around you.
Think about the chaotic, noisy networks of your own life. If living set apart means embracing both uncompromising equity and active forgiveness,
Yeah.
how would holding yourself to that complex standard radically change the way you handle a conflict in your life tomorrow?